Hey there, it's Darcy Sullivan from the Clinic Marketing Podcast and Propel Marketing and Design. Before we dive into today's episode, I'd like to take this opportunity to invite you to a brand new, limited time on-demand webinar called How to Dominate Google Search, Google Maps, and AI-driven search results. This is designed just for clinics. In just 1 hour, you'll get a roadmap for boosting your online visibility, making sure people near you find your clinic first, all without paying for ads. You'll also walk away with a free patient-centered SEO action plan. If you've ever felt buried in the Google results or puzzled about how to rank higher for your targeted keywords, this webinar is for you. Register now by visiting propelyourcompany.com/learn or grab the link in the show notes. Hey there, and welcome back to the Clinic Marketing Podcast. I'm Darcy Sullivan from Propel Marketing and Design. Today we're talking about something that sounds simple, but it can make a massive difference in how your website performs in 2026. It's the new remove list, what you should delete, replace, or rewrite on your clinic website right now, because it may be hurting your visibility, hurting trust, and quietly lowering conversions. And just to set expectations, this is not an episode about changing your entire website, hiring a designer, or rebuilding from scratch. Although if you are interested in doing that, book a discovery call. We'd love to help, and you can find the link in the show notes. This episode is about removing friction, because a lot of clinic websites do not have an SEO problem. Some definitely do, and if you think that might be you, you can book that discovery call. But more often, the bigger issue is clarity and trust. They have a clarity problem. They have a trust problem. They have a this feels outdated problem. Or, and I see this way too often, they have a this looks like every other clinic website problem. And in 2026, those problems do not just hurt conversions. They can also hurt how you show up in search, including AI-driven search results, because the way people search and choose has changed. Patients are still using Google, but they are also using voice search. They are using AI answers. They are using maps, reviews, and comparison behaviors, which means your website has to do two jobs at once. Job one is to be understood by search engines and systems that summarize businesses. Job two is to be trusted by humans fast. So today, I'm going to walk you through a practical checklist. What to remove, what to rewrite, what to replace it with, and why each one matters in 2026. Let's jump in. Number one, remove outdated COVID-related information. Please, please, please remove it. I am shocked by how often I still see COVID banners and protocol copy on clinic websites. This is the easiest trust win on the list, and it is one of the most overlooked. A lot of clinics still have COVID holdovers sitting on their websites, and they may not even realize it. It could be a banner at the top of the site, a pop-up message, a line in the footer, a paragraph on the contact page, a telehealth update page, an old blog post, something sitting in the sidebar of your website or blog, or an FAQ that still references protocols that are no longer accurate. Here's why it matters. Patients might not consciously think this site is outdated, but they feel it. They read a COVID banner from years ago, and their brain makes a quick assumption. If the website is not being maintained, what else is not being maintained? And from an SEO perspective, outdated or irrelevant information creates noise. It makes it harder for search engines, and especially AI-driven summaries, to confidently understand what is current and true about your clinic. So what should you do instead? If you still have current health and safety policies, keep them. Just rewrite them so they are clearly current. A simple way to do that is to remove dates and emergency language and replace it with a calm, timeless statement. For example, instead of due to COVID, we are requiring you say something like, we prioritize a clean professional environment. If you are feeling unwell, please reschedule. If you have questions before your visit, call our office. That communicates care without sounding outdated. If you have a whole COVID page that is no longer relevant, delete it and redirect it. Ideally, that's a 301 redirect. If you delete a page and do not redirect it, you can create a 404 error. In many cases, you can redirect the old page to your homepage or to a relevant what to expect or new patient page if you have one. If you have a blog post about protocols that is no longer accurate, either update it into a broader what to expect post or remove it. This one change alone can make your site feel instantly more current. Number 2, remove vague, generic hero headlines. If the first thing your homepage says something like, "Welcome to our clinic," or "Helping you feel your best," or "Personalized care you can trust," that is not helping you. It might sound nice, it might feel warm, but it is not doing its job. Your hero headline is the top of your funnel. It has to answer in 5 seconds. Who do you help? What do you help them with? Where are you located? And what should they do next? And to be clear, this is the actual text on your website, not a flashy background video or a rotating image. In 2026, people scan quickly, they bounce quickly, they compare quickly. So instead of a headline like, "Welcome to Smith Wellness," a better pattern is, "Chiropractic care in Lake Worth for back pain, sciatica, and sports injuries." Or, "Physical therapy in Austin focused on shoulder rehab and return to sport." Or, "Acupuncture in Portland for fertility support, stress, and pain relief." Then you support that with a short sub-headline that makes your approach feel human, not robotic. For example, "Modern care, clear plans, and appointments that start on time." Or, "Evidence-based treatment with a focus on long-term results." And then your call to action needs to match what patients are ready to do. Book an appointment, request a consult, call the office, or check availability. Number 3, remove sliders and rotating carousels. Rotating sliders on homepages look fancy, but they almost never perform well. Most people do not wait for slide 2. On mobile, they can be slow or hard to read. They create mixed messaging, which is the opposite of clarity. Replace a slider with one strong section, one strong headline, one strong image, one clear call to action. If you want to feature multiple things, do it with a simple grid below the hero section so people can scan it. Number 4, remove stock photos that feel fake and photos that look dated. I'm not saying you cannot use stock photos at all. I am saying you should remove the ones that are clearly staged and clearly not your clinic. The overly perfect smiling model photos, the handshake photos, the awkward patient laughing while someone touches their shoulder photo. Patients are more skeptical than ever, and AI-generated content has made people even more skeptical. When your visuals look generic, your clinic feels generic. Replace them with real photos of your space, your team, and your actual environment. If you do use stock, use neutral, believable images that do not try to pretend they are your people. Number 5, remove long walls of text at the top of service pages. Service pages often start with a long educational section before they ever say who this is for, what problems you help with, what a first visit looks like, how to book. In 2026, patients do not need a textbook at the top of the page. They need clarity and next steps. So the rewrite approach is start with a plain language summary of who the service is for. Add a short list of common symptoms or goals. Explain what you do in simple terms. And include a clear next step. Then add the deeper educational content underneath. That content is still beneficial. Even if your visitor does not read every word, search engines and AI-driven systems can still scan it when deciding whether you are a credible resource to recommend. Number 6, remove "We treat everything" lists. If your website has a list of 45 conditions in one section, it can hurt trust and clarity. It makes you feel unfocused. It makes patients feel less seen. It can confuse relevant signals for search. Instead, choose your top services or conditions and build strong pages, or at least strong sections, for them. If you have a longer list, organize it by categories and make it scannable and link to the most important topics. For example, you might have a sports injuries category and then list the key issues underneath with links to the most important pages. Number 7, remove outdated trust badges and clutter. Look at your footer and sidebar areas. Old association logos that no longer apply. A social widget that shows posts from years ago. Badges that feel like old web design. Delete them. And please, I am begging you, remove the old Google Plus logo. Google Plus has been gone for years, and yet the logo still lives on some clinic websites. Replace clutter with modern trust signals. Recent reviews, a clear what to expect section. Credentials and specialty training if relevant, a simple why patients choose us section. Number 8, remove confusing navigation labels. A lot of clinic websites have navigation that makes sense to the clinic owner, but not to the patient. If your menu includes services, treatments, conditions, modalities, and specialties all at once, simplify. Keep it clean and patient-friendly. Home, about services, conditions, new patients, reviews, contact, book. Then organize within services in a way that matches how your audience thinks. Number 9, remove weak calls to action. If your buttons say learn more everywhere, it is too vague for high-intent pages. Use clearer, more direct calls to action. Book an appointment. Request a consult. Call now. Check availability. Start as a new patient. Also reduce competing buttons. One primary action per section. Number 10, remove content that exists only for SEO. SEO is important. It really is. I am not talking about quality SEO content designed for your target audience. I'm talking about thin pages like Best Chiropractor Near Me, where the content is repetitive and awkward. In 2026, thin content is a liability. If you have location-related content, make it genuinely useful with real details, real photos, and clear next steps. If you already have awkward pages, delete them or rewrite them into real service area pages. Number 11, remove the resume style about page. If your about page is mostly a list of degrees and certifications, it may feel professional, but it is not building connection. Add what you believe, who you help best, your approach, what to expect. Credentials, but as support, not the main story. A real photo. A next step. Number 12, remove slow, heavy page elements. Video backgrounds, autoplay videos, huge uncompressed images, heavy animations, pop-ups that block the screen, and chat widgets that cover booking buttons on mobile. If it slows the site down or blocks the action, it is not helping. Use video intentionally, embed it where it supports the page, and make sure it is not hurting mobile. Number 13, remove inconsistent NAPI info across your site. NAP refers to your name, address, and phone number. If your header shows one phone number, your footer shows another, and your contact page shows something different, clean it up. Consistency still matters for local visibility, and it matters for AI summaries too. Number 14, remove duplicate location pages if you have multiple locations. If your location pages are basically the same with the city swapped, rewrite them. Add real details that make each page uniquely true. Team services, local landmarks, parking, photos. Number 15, remove risky claims and compliance landmines. Overpromises. Guaranteed outcomes. Vague medical claims. Testimonials with too much detail. You want confidence without exaggeration. Now here's the key takeaway. In 2026, you do not win by stuffing your website with more pages. You win by making your best pages clearer, more trustworthy, and more current. Clean sites rank better. Clean sites convert better. Clean sites make it easier for Google and AI-driven search systems to understand what you do and who you help. And if listening to this made you realize your website has a few of these issues, start with the easiest win, remove outdated COVID info, then go straight to your homepage headline and your main service pages. Those 3 changes alone can make a noticeable difference. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you in the next one.